Hello everybody and welcome to Workshop Studios. Today's project is right here. It's my Harbor Freight electric chainsaw pole saw thing that I had in another video. I'll show you up here. I'll put a post up there. But we were doing some trimming on that tree right there, and it started to cut out right in the middle of a cut. And I thought, what's going on here? So I think it's time to take it down to the shop and we'll see what's going on, why it keeps cutting out while we're sawing. So let's do that. All right, so just as a reminder, this is a Portland electric pole saw, and I think so. In this current day of electric motor equipment, we're not dealing with gas-powered things, obviously, and so now what we've got to deal with is power. Electric power. In this case, it's a plug-in. It's not battery operated. Power needs to get from the switch, which I'll show you in a second down at the other end, up here to the motor. And the symptoms are that when I go ahead and get it started, the minute I get a decent load on it, meaning I'm cutting with the blade, the thing starts to cut out and then it stops. And in my experience, that always speaks to a bad connection, or a connection that's not sending all the current it needs to the motor. So there's going to be two places to look. One is up here in the motor where the power cord comes into it, and the other one is down at the switch. And I'm going to guess that the switch is the place where we need to look first. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn this around and we'll put the switch up here. All right, so here we are at the switch end. And this has a classic where you got to push that in to get the switch to work. And in here, there's going to be contacts with the power that comes in through here, obviously. The power comes in to a switch and then goes up to the motor once you push this. Pretty simple, but we want to open it up and see how the contacts look in here. So that's over on this side, and there's a whole pile of screws. So I'll take those out. I won't bore you with taking screws out of here. I'll show you what it looks like once we get in there. All right, screws are out. Let's have a look. Just kind of wiggle it out of there usually. There we go. And so let me zoom in a little here down into this section. So we'll come down and have a look. Make sure it's in focus. There we go. So here's our switch, and this is how it's going to make contact. So let me have a look and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Yep, something going on in here, so let me have a look. All right, so here's the switch, and there's two contacts here and here, and they both have to go down, as best I can tell. You can hear it clicking. So they both have to go down to get good contact and back up again to let off. When I opened this up, they were both pretty sticky. They didn't stick one way or the other completely, but they were kind of not moving like they are right now. So I used some of this contact cleaner. Let's see if you can see it here. Contact cleaner, which is, I forgot, toluene or something like that. And I just sprayed it around these two connections here to see if the contact cleaner would get down inside and just basically clean these up so they would move more freely, and they do now. So they're moving very nicely, and I might do a couple more soaks and then put it back together and we'll see how it works. So here's how it looks when I put some on there. Just give them a up and down push here. And the contact cleaner can make its way down in there. This is supposed to be basically a sealed switch, but there's always going to be a little bit of an opening. They're not completely sealed. I mean, there are probably switches that are completely sealed, but this isn't one of them. So, and it does see a lot of action. A lot of the bar oil gets all over the place, and could have been some of that in here too. Alright, so it is all buttoned up, and that actually sounds better. The click on that sounds more like it's doing what it's supposed to. So let's give it a try. Let's see how it does with some of these limbs we've already cut off. That seems to be working great. I think we got it. All right. I think we got it. So good luck with fixing your hole saw. Just clean those switches up sometimes. I did take a chance to scrub it and sharpen the blades and clean everything out in here too, so it's always good to service them. But good luck with your projects. See you on the next video. Bye!